Question: what do you get when you combine GTA 5, Iron Man and Spider-Man? Just Cause 4. Hi, I'm Jake and this is Bodzy Gaming. Today I have something special for you, our first game review. When I thought about what game should I review first, logically the answer was something newly released that does not have already 1 million reviews done, right?
Wrong, 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 wrong.
I said to myself, F it, let's review something I really love playing and I think you might love it too. So let's go! Bodzy Gaming presents Just Cause 4, the review. Let's jump right in. Just Cause 4 is a game developed by Avalanche Studios and published by Square Enix in December 2018. But even if it's 1.5 years old, it still kicks ass. It's a third-person action-adventure game where you will enjoy things that no other game simply allows you to enjoy. You are playing as a character named Rico Rodriguez, former secret agent equipped with a particular set of skills. Skills that make him nightmare for people like Oscar Espinosa, who rules fictitious island country in South America, and that's exactly where you start. Okay, let me start with the obvious thing, the map. The island of Solis, that's the name of the fictitious country, is absolutely huge. There are tens, if not hundreds, special locations that you can discover, so obviously the traveling is a big part of the game. But luckily smart guys in Avalanche Studios had realized that and they made it as much fun as traveling can be. And that's exactly our second point, the form of transportation. If you consider current games and their vast open worlds, the transportation can be a bit drag, right? Well, not in Just Cause 4. In Just Cause 4 it's actually fun. You have of course the obvious choices. By foot, by car, by helicopter, by jet plane, by quick travel in a form of rebel pickup and drop-off. Same as in other games, right? But unlike other games, you are effing Rico Rodriguez. You have a parachute with obviously unlimited usage. You have also a retractable hook shooting out of your arm. That's, fun to travel by. But mainly, and my favorite, you have a wingsuit that obeys about 40% of physics law. Plus, if you buy Digital Deluxe Content DLC, you have a freaking jet engine and rockets on your back, and that gives the wingsuit new level of awesomeness. On the downside, it has a tendency to remind me of flying squirrel. Let's talk about the action. The shooting is somehow standard for this kind of game, nothing really special about it, but when you add your hook/line thingy into the action and you start to tie your enemies to each other, to balloons, to exploding things, especially to the exploding things, it's action like I never have experienced before. That leads us to the fourth point, which is missions and side missions. Missions are fast-paced action, progressing the plot very nicely, and they are not too much repetitive, so you will enjoy every one of them. What adds a little spice into the mix are the side missions and/or challenges. Those can be repetitive, but still they are fun and they give you upgrades for your gear, which is nice. The story by itself is interesting and you don't have to play any previous Just Cause to completely understand the game. Just Cause 3 I certainly recommend though, because it's super awesome. Okay, all this would be enough for us to, call this a great game, but once again I have to praise the developers of this game because they added one little extra thing. The challenges. Basically everything in the game is recorded and compared with other players and your previous scores. So for example, how long have you been driving a car without crashing? How long have you been flying without touching the ground? How many headshots you do in line? And much more. And that motivates you basically to drive better, fly longer, shoot carefully, and most important, beat the score of the next guy in front of you. Some general points and observations from playing. This game gives you hours and hours of gameplay where you will not actually do any mission or quests. You will just wander around trying to beat the records, or you will find yourself trying everything that's possible in this game, and trust me, I have not found the limitation yet. And my favorite, you will try to fly with your wingsuit through the smallest holes possible. And if you combine all the skills and possibilities, you will simply do the most crazy stuff and stunts that you can think of. I'm aware that giving a 100% to the first game I review would probably ruin my credibility, so I need to point out some pitfalls or some downsides of the game. Sometimes the physics doesn't work properly, as you can expect with a game of this kind and this magnitude. The shooting is really mediocre, so you will probably avoid it as much as you can, but still you have that option. And some missions tend to be overly hard, and that led me to Alt F4 the game a few times. But basically that's all. That's all the frustrating things that I found in this game so far. And trust me, there are not big frustrations, just a little tedious small things that you can get annoyed by. So to conclude our little review here, I'm giving this game 80%. You know, to have a space for potentially better games. And I recommend it to you all. It's a super fun game. I already have like 100 hours of enjoyment in this game, and I'm not even done with it yet. So if you are looking for a game to play, or you found this game and you are watching this review just to decide whether or not to buy it, I'm certainly saying go for it. And that's all for today. Again, I'm super grateful that you have watched this, thank you for that. And if you want to know more about Bodzy Gaming, or you want to know more behind the scenes stuff, don't forget to check our website right here. There's a blog where you can find basically everything that led to this video. Also, don't forget to follow us on all social media, you can find us on all these. And if you want to help us, don't forget to hit that like button right here and the subscribe button right here. It helps us to create more content for you guys and makes it simply easier for us. That's it, that's all for today. So thank you guys, and it's nice to see you next time. Bye.